Viewers all over the world, you're welcome to my channel. I'm your regular host, Emeka the Chief Priest, also known as Mazi Emeka. On this channel, I discuss spiritual tips, 100% spiritual tips, and I people live a spiritual active life. Today I want to talk about IKENGA. What is IKENGA? IKENGA is spiritual strength. IKENGA is what the spiritual forces uses to execute any spiritual work or assignment. Okay, if you watch on this particular diagram here, picture here, you see what IKENGA looks like. Our ancestors usually carved items so that you can use it to explain something. That's how the IKENGA looks spiritually. So that is why it was carved out. So for those people that are saying that ordinary spirituality is about idol worshiping, it's not true. Idol worshiping is when you are worshiping your fellow human being. That's idol worshiping. Now, these items that you see here that are carved, they are symbols. They symbolizes how this thing looks like in the spirit realm. That is what it means that this is the IKENGA we're talking about. You can see the IKENGA has two horns, and those two horns shows how it breaks through. It's a spirit of breakthrough. It's a spirit that breaks through any barrier, and it's a spirit that fights for you. That whenever you are being persecuted or people are trying to take what rightfully belongs to you, or you are in a situation where you don't know who to run to, it's because your IKENGA is inactive. So that is why you need to be charging your IKENGA. IKENGA is that inner power, inner strength. It's very advisable that every individual, especially the male folks, must make sure that their IKENGA is always active. If your IKENGA is active, no person can win you. Nobody can defeat you in any circumstances. I don't want this video to be long. I want to just hit the point. Why you must always make sure you are charging your IKENGA. And how do you charge your IKENGA? Make sure that whatever you are doing in life, that you are not weakening your IKENGA. There are kind of habits and lifestyles that you get yourself involved in that weakens your IKENGA on a daily basis. And this is the reason why we're always here to help people make informed choices, live an active lifestyle, a lifestyle that is both beneficial to themselves and beneficial to people around them. That is why you must always charge your IKENGA as a man. For those that don't understand what IKENGA means, I will have to go into details. IKENGA is when you, as a man, if you remember the time that you're having sexual intercourse with your partner, that time you're about to release, there's that force that wants to move out of you. That's your IKENGA. That is why it's not good for any spiritually active person to always be getting involved in sexual activity, because when you do orgasm, when you release, you have released your energies, and that IKENGA works with those energies. It's very advisable not to always be overindulging in sexual activity. For people, spiritualists like us, DBS like us, and people that are doing spirituality, you must refrain from overindulgence in sexual activity. That's what people say, that they have an intense and insatiable sexual urge. They need to go and work on themselves so that they can be able to find a way to discipline themselves. Because each time you're having this urge, when something good wants to come to you, that urge will come. Most people that they are born on AK market day or on Afro market, they always experience this. That on that day that you're supposed to have enough strength to go about anything you want to do, maybe you want to start up a project, or you want to do business, or you're having any financial plan, you realize that that's the night before that day you start having sexual urge. And if you end up exposing yourself to any sexual content, it will affect how you sleep that night, which means the next day you'll see yourself that you have already experienced wet dreams, which means that you have the power that you're supposed to need that next day is no longer there. Then after that releasing, you now start feeling lethargic, you start feeling down within yourself. You don't feel that energy to strive for that thing you're looking for. So that is why we're telling every male, if a human male, whether you are African, non-African, do not overindulge in sexual activity. Sex is good, but the main reason why sex was designed was for procreation. But many people are using it for pleasure, just to experience pleasure. Each time you orgasm, each time you have that orgasm, you are removing something away from you. You are releasing, you are removing, you are giving out, and you are not taking in. So that is why, if you want your IKENGA to be active, try and practice semen retention. I've done so many people that have been following me and have been practicing this. They have been seeing changes in their lifestyle. They have been seeing changes in so many things. Even they've started attracting blessings to themselves. Practicing semen retention, you can do 21 days no FAP. No FAP means no sexual activity, no watching of sexual content. Whenever you see all those sexual related topics on the internet or on social media, you skip them. Don't try to know what those people are discussing, because those things are always on your timeline. Most people want to discuss that. They want you to come and share your thoughts, what you think about what they are saying. When you engage in such this thing, they are luring you into performing that act, either with them, with those people, or on your own. And before you know it, you start masturbating. So that is why, if you want your IKENGA to be active, avoid anything masturbation, because most men have been dealing with this. And let me tell you this secret truth: when your IKENGA is inactive, you are prone to be attacked spiritually. That is why, if an enemy attacked you, the person will get you. Most people have lost their lives to road accidents because their spiritual forces are not together with them. Whenever you engage in self-pleasure, or whenever you release your semen, you are vulnerable spiritually, and which means that if an enemy has been planning to attack you, that's the moment they are going to get you. Remember, your IKENGA works with your aura. When your IKENGA is active, your aura is also active. It makes you become receptive. When people want to do something for you, they don't have double mind. For those of you that have been facing promise and fail, it's because your IKENGA is inactive. Maybe somebody promised you a huge amount of money for you to start up a business or a project, or somebody want to help you sign a deal, or wants to connect you to someone big. You cannot achieve those things if your IKENGA is inactive.